Colonel DPK Pillay, whose act of kindness changed the face of a village in Manipur. At the age of 24, he was awarded the Peacetime Gallantry Award. This set an example for all of us to what is our duty towards our fellow countrymen. Colonel DPK Pillay is an hero for us. We salute him.
The Indian military ethos is the safety, honor, welfare of your country and countrymen come first, always and every time. Or the men you command come next and your own comes last, always and every time. So there's no doubt in my mind that who was to be prioritized, what was at stake. It's not my life that was there at stake, it was the safety, honor, welfare of my country and my countrymen. And these two children were my citizens of my country and they were like my own family and I was there to protect them. And I was not to be a reason for their death. As soldiers, we are all trained to handle weapons which are meant to kill. And that very fact that we are trained to kill people, it also means that we have a liability to be shot and killed ourselves. But there's nothing that allows us to transfer this liability onto innocent children or women or non-combatants. So there's nothing. It's a battle between two soldiers wielding weapon. Soldiers of the enemy side, of the insurgent side, and soldiers on our side. And so there was no contest between me and the children. So there's no question that I could have allowed the child to be wounded or injured or carry injuries for life. So it was in the Chetwodian ethos of our country, of our army, that I must ensure their safety and welfare first. And that's what I did, like many other soldiers do. After I was injured, the army took pretty good care of me. It ensured that I was there at home for about a year. It took about a year and a half to recover completely from my gunshot on my shoulder, my reconstructed leg. And the army took pretty good care. In fact, they flew me out right from the battle zone, which was not even secure. They flew me out to a hospital. They flew me to Calcutta. They looked after me. Thereafter, I was sent to a school, military school, where I studied. And I had the privilege of being a principal in the school. So I can say that famous Amitabh Bachchan dialogue to a lot of my classmates. जिस स्कूल में पढ़े हो मैं उस स्कूल का प्रिंसिपल रह चुका हूँ. So anyway, I went to a school. I was there for about 4 years in Bangalore. We did very well. My school performed exceedingly well. Students did well. We got 100% distinction in the year 2000. We got the best integration of IT in school curricula. And based on my experience in dealing with information technology and understanding what technology is capable of delivering for us, having seen that implemented in the school, I'd written a paper to the Deputy Chief of Army Staff, then Lieutenant General Shami Mehta, about having technology at the platoon level. So I was thereafter selected for a project called the Project Beta, which was delivering IT at the platoon level. We created a device called the Situational Awareness and Tactical Handle Interface. It was a collaboration between the DRDO, the Army Headquarters, and a private people who manufactured Simputer. So it was a thing we tried and tested about 1,300 devices. And thereafter I applied for a position in the Ministry of Defence in the International Cooperation Division. And I had the privilege of being the first army officer to join the PIC wing as a planning officer. I worked there for about 4 years. And thereafter I again appeared for an interview and test and I got selected into the National Security Council. And I was there for from 2010 to 2017, where I retired last year, and I've been a research fellow now. And this year and this next January, I'm joining the International Committee of Red Cross. I'll be based in Amman. I'll be working in Syria, Iraq and Yemen on the conflict that has happened in that area to evaluate it from a humanitarian angle. First and foremost, I think we must all understand that we're very privileged to be born in a country like India. I think no other country in the world can boast of a civilizational history as old as ours, which is continuous. And the diversity and just the amount of differences that we have that unite us. You know, actually speaking, the unity in diversity is something that has been our strength. And the kind of history that we've had, I think the whole concept of human civilization started off from our Indian subcontinent, where you heard of the Gondwana land. The Deccan Plateau is the oldest thing. So I think human life started here, it evolved here. We've developed, have you gone to Bhimbetka, you'll realize that people have been living in those caves for 30,000 years and odd. And you have such great scriptures like the Vedas, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, which I can't write 1,000 words for my own survival, but imagine something written so beautifully in such a beautiful manner, which has great lessons. The Mahabharata has great lessons. The futility of war has been preached in that, where conflict was avoided, could have been avoided, but yet the wisest men go into battle, and And if you see the rules of conduct and everything, then, and you see the architecture that is around, that has survived for thousands, and these are all Indians who have created it, people who are here. And not just, there's no race that we can actually say that we belong to the subcontinent or it's ours or whatever. It has been a country where people have come in and settled down and made their home. So it's not like a monolithic entity. We are a multicultural, it's like a mosaic. We should remember to respect each other. And that's what the army teaches us. The army teaches us to respect diversity, respect all religions, because we know it, all gods are one. And the only holy book that we all soldiers know is our constitution. It's not the Bhagavad Gita, it's not the Quran, it's not the Bible, it's not the Zendavasta, it's nothing. It's just the Constitution of India, where every person has equal rights, everyone is worthy of respect just by being born in this country, being a human being. And in our country, we even learn to respect our environment, our animals around us, and that is there. What we see are aberrations. I would like our people, our countrymen, not to be carried away by what you hear and say, and be the change that you want to see in others. I can say that with authority, because I definitely knew that I had a choice to continue that evil that is there. Somebody shot me, I was dying, I had all the right to shoot, but I wanted what is evil to die with me, and I wanted something great to come out of that situation. That's what a human race is about. It's about improving something better, making things work out for somebody else. It's not about our selfish needs. It's about how we grow as a community. So I think we should stop cribbing about what is bad about our families, about our communities, about our country. I think you start being the change that you want to see. Stop cribbing, start doing your work, and be the change that you want to see. And stop seeing ourselves in terms of Hindu, Muslim, Christian, or Malayali, Tamilian and everything. See ourselves as Indian. And stop talking about the past. I think that's the most important. Look into a bright future for all of us, not only for Indians, but also for the entire world. Because we've always been the people who've shown the world. If Vasco da Gama came here in 1500s, or people came here, they didn't come here to teach us Portuguese or Arabic or whatever. They came here because this country was extremely prosperous and well-to-do. And we were a great country, and we should be great. And today, we are amongst the greatest. Also, we are compared with sub-Saharan Africa in terms of our mortality, of our maternal thing. There are some things which are absolutely poor and disgusting. Our crime statistics is bad. It is, but at the same time, we are racing with the top 8 economies in the world. So who are doing it? These are ordinary Indians like you and me. It is this people that we are. So if you think that we can do it, we should do it. We are blessed with one of the largest young population in the world today, and our demographic dividend can also turn into a curse. If you see the kind of people who are agitating for reservations, the kind of countries, entire states coming down to being held up for everything. I think we should start demanding us to be respected for what we are inside of us. Not talk about past injustices, not talk about past what has happened 1,000 years ago or something. We are here today, and I need to change it. What is it that I can make the best out of any particular situation? Because it's never going to be, if you want to eat the mango, you need to climb up the tree and pluck it and eat it yourself. It's not something that you want to have something, you need to be able to grow it. And I teach my children that. I want them to know that mangoes and potatoes and rice doesn't come in a department store. It is grown here, and I make sure that they don't waste food, they don't waste water, they don't use excess of what they need. And these kind of things are taught to them, and I want to make sure that these children learn to respect other human beings. I grew up with a lot of thing, oi Madrasi, oi Tambi, and I hear this, Chinki, Bihari, you kind of think. It's something we need to stop. When I was in the NDA, I was bullied very badly. But I never wanted, you can ask my subordinates who have been there, I never ever transmitted the same treatment that I had to other people. It happened to me in the encounter. I was shot. I didn't want to transmit my anger or my injustice to someone else. Whatever was evil should die with you. Whatever positive can come out of you, I think that is what you should be. We should be able to change something. There are people, innumerable stories of people who turned adversity into opportunities. I think that is where heroes lie. People who actually can be born in poor surroundings but have risen by dint of their hard work, and they risen. Not because their father was someone, or because they were given some quotas, or because they've earned their respect by the sweat of the brow. And those people are respected. Because no one is going to remember you ever for what you took away from the society. They're always going to remember you what you gave back to the society. I want tomorrow's India to be a beacon of hope for the rest of the world. The world that is being repeatedly torn down by narrow walls, torn down in identities. You see America, which was supposed to be one of the greatest countries in the world, being torn down. But I don't want that thing to happen here in our country. I want our country to show to the world, as we have in the past, like I mentioned to you, people came here. I want India and Indians to show the way to the rest of the world. And I want Indians, tomorrow's Indians, to remember the yesterday's Indians who have actually made them what they are today. This freedom that we enjoy here, the liberties that we enjoy here, has been earned by people who sacrificed a lot. Our freedom fighters, our soldiers, our policemen, a lot of hardworking Indians, citizens and others have actually contributed to making us what we are. And we cannot take claim by a particular community. It's been every hue and cry, every shade of people have actually contributed to making India what it is. It can't be. So I want them to remember India belongs to all of us. India belongs to the rest of the world. And India should be a beacon to the rest of the world on how multiple communities, multiple religion, multiple identities live together. 1/6 of humanity united by nothing but just our constitution and our love for each other. Tomorrow's India, let's start with I.